Most men hug to touch her body, but she remembers the one who hugged her soul. Most men think a hug is just arms around shoulders. They're wrong. A hug is a doorway, a moment where walls fall without asking. A chance to make her feel something she never forgets, not addicted to you, but to the feeling she gets when your arms become her sanctuary. A woman might forget your face, your words, even your name, but she will never forget the way it felt to be truly held. Tonight, I'll show you how to turn that simple act into something unforgettable, not with technique, but with presence, with intention, with a level of connection that makes every other man's embrace feel cold in comparison. You see, most men rush into a hug like it's something to check off a list, but you're going to do something different. You're going to turn that moment into an experience, one that lingers, one that lives inside her skin long after your touch fades. But before we get into it, I have something for you, a free gift, my e-book, The Female Mind Control Handbook. It's not what you think, it's not about control. It's about understanding how her emotions work, what her body responds to, and how to leave a deep emotional imprint that keeps her craving you. The link's in the description or the pinned comment. Now, are you ready to become the man she never forgets? It starts before the hug, long before your arms ever reach out. It begins in that charged space, when you both know it's about to happen. Maybe you're saying goodbye. Maybe it's the end of a night that's left her smiling. Maybe it's been unspoken until now, but the moment is coming. Most men dive into it. They step forward too soon, arms already reaching, energy scattered. But you're going to pause. You're going to look into her eyes, not for approval, not for reassurance, but to tell her something without saying a word, that this moment matters, that you're not rushing through it, that she's safe here, that you're fully present. Let your eyes stay with hers for a heartbeat longer than comfort would suggest. Let the silence speak for you. Let her feel the gravity in your stillness. That's when her breath changes. That's when her pupils expand just a little. That's when her lips part ever so slightly, not to speak, but because something inside her is softening. She's already feeling you. And you haven't even touched her. When you step closer, don't rush. Let the space between you shrink with weight, with meaning. Let her feel your energy reaching for her before your arms do. Because when you finally wrap her in your embrace, it won't feel casual. It won't feel polite. It will feel necessary, like something that had to happen, like something she didn't know she needed until now. That is the power of anticipation. When a man knows how to slow time, how to be still and intentional, the moment bends around him. And she will bend too, right into you, now she's in your arms. Most men squeeze too soon, too hard, too eager. They grip like they're trying to prove something. But this is not a test of strength. This is a shelter. You don't grab her, you receive her. Let your arms come around her with slow gravity. Let her feel every inch of movement, the gradual closing of space, the softness in your control. Hold her like she's been running all day and just found the place she was searching for. Make your chest her resting place. Make your heart beat the rhythm she aligns to. If she's small, cradle her. Don't swallow her. Wrap her like you're protecting something fragile and precious. If she's tall, rise to her. Don't make her shrink. Meet her where she is. Let your arms speak fluently. Let them say, I've got you. Let your silence say, you're safe. Because that's what women remember. That's what they ache for but rarely get. Not just contact, but refuge, peace. The kind of peace that only exists when a man's presence is unwavering. And here's where it becomes unforgettable, not in the hug itself, but in the energy, in your attention, in your stillness, when you're not thinking about your next line, not checking who's watching, not waiting for it to end. You are there, fully, and she will feel that. Women have the most sensitive radar for divided energy. If your mind is somewhere else, she'll feel it instantly. But when you're fully in the moment, when your embrace is a meditation, it sends shockwaves through her nervous system, because that kind of presence is rare. And rare things stay in the memory. Rare things haunt. Now, let's go deeper, because inside the shelter of your embrace is a window. A quiet window where words can bypass all logic and go straight to her soul. When a woman is in your arms, she's not just listening with her ears, she's listening with her entire body. This is when you speak, not immediately, not to fill the silence, but after the silence has settled, after she's exhaled into you, after she's started to feel safe. Then, and only then, you lean in just slightly, your breath brushing her ear, and you speak truth, not lines, not compliments you read online. Truth, maybe it's, "I've wanted to hold you like this all night," or "You feel incredible in my arms." Something simple, something real, something that shows you're not performing. You're experiencing her. And you want her to know it. That whisper, spoken low and slow, becomes her private memory, her secret, something no one else knows, something she'll replay late at night, lying in bed, wondering why it won't leave her alone. But don't overdo it. One sentence, maybe two, then quiet again. Let her live in it. Let her absorb it. Let her own it. She won't forget those words because they weren't trying to impress. They were rooted in presence. Vulnerable but grounded, soft but powerful. And now comes the most overlooked part, the goodbye, the ending. Most men kill the magic here. They let go too quickly, like they suddenly remembered where they are. They break contact like it didn't mean anything, but you know better. You know the end is where longing is born, so don't let go all at once. Ease your arms away slowly. Let your grip loosen with reluctance. As if your body's holding on a second longer than your mind says it should, let there be a pause, where you're barely touching but still connected, where she could step back but doesn't. That hesitation is gold. That's where emotion lives. Then, as you begin to step back, your hands don't just drop away. They linger, they trail, they leave echoes. A slow glide of your fingers down her back, a light trace along her arms. Nothing inappropriate, just the soft electricity of a man who knows how to say goodbye without fully letting go. Look into her eyes as you step away. Don't look at your phone. Don't fix your jacket. Just look. Let her see that something in you didn't want to end it either. Let her feel that the connection wasn't just hers. It was mutual. That's what makes her wonder. That's what makes her replay it in her mind. That's what makes her want more, but we're not done yet, because touch isn't just physical. Touch is memory, and memory lives in the senses, your cologne. The subtle kind, not loud or artificial, will stay with her. Not just the scent, but the association. When she smells that note again, it will hit her like déjà vu. The texture of your shirt, the warmth of your body, the quiet rhythm of your breath, all of it becomes part of the memory. Layer it, build it, engage every sense, because her body remembers more than her mind ever could. And here's something most men don't even know exists: phantom touch. Her nervous system will keep firing long after you've let her go. She'll feel your hands again in flashes, in quiet moments, in the middle of her day, sitting at her desk, and suddenly, your fingers on her spine, the way you cupped her waist, the heat of your chest against her cheek. Her body will recall it, replay it, miss it. You create this by being intentional, by letting your hands move with purpose, vary the pressure, vary the contact, the firm warmth of a full hand, the lighter graze of fingertips. A palm that rests, then moves, her back, her shoulders, her waist explore them with quiet reverence, never groping, never possessive, just appreciation, just presence. That's how her body develops a memory of your touch that no one else can replicate. And that, right there, is how you become unforgettable, not through tricks, not through manipulation, but by showing her something real, a kind of presence she didn't know she was missing until she felt it. You're not holding her body, you're holding her energy. You're giving her something most men don't even know how to give: safety, attention, and unshakable peace. Every woman has been hugged by men who were thinking about something else, who made her feel like an afterthought, who treated her body like a checkpoint. But very few have ever been held like this, with this kind of care, with this kind of intention, and when they are, they never forget it. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need 1,000 techniques. You just need to be fully there with her, for her, in that moment, not to take, but to give her something she won't find in the world very often. A man who knows how to truly embrace. Not just physically, but soul to soul. If this resonated with you, subscribe. We talk about the deeper side of masculine presence here, the quiet strength that speaks without shouting. Share your stories in the comments. I read every one. Tell me how these shifts changed your connection. Remember, it's not about control, it's about presence. It's about creating something so real, so honest, so rare, that it lives in her forever. Until next time, embrace with intention. If you're still here, it's because something in you knows you were never meant to be just another man in her memory. You were meant to be the man she feels. Even when you're gone, the man whose embrace doesn't just touch skin, but lingers deep in her bones like music she can't forget. This isn't about games. This is about presence, about giving her a moment so real, so still, that every noise in her world goes quiet. If you're ready to stop being forgettable, if you're ready to make her feel safe, seen, and silently desired, then don't just hug her, hold her the way no one else ever has. And when you walk away, make sure part of you stays with her in her breath, her skin, her silence. That's how you become the man she dreams about, long after the moment ends. Subscribe if you're not here to play small. Comment below, tell me what shifted for you tonight. Because this channel, it's not for boys chasing validation. It's for men becoming unforgettable. Until next time, embrace with intention. And leave her haunted in the best way.